The last time I had the band in, and that's the high point for me, and you've got, yeah, I would probably have had about 6 or 7 guys.
After decades of speculation, the rock icon has finally shed light on a topic that's been the subject of endless rumors and fan hopes: why Dire Straits will never reunite. Despite the band's monumental success, Knopfler's recent admissions reveal why he's choosing to keep the past in the past. What does this mean for fans who still dream of seeing the band back together? Are you ready to hear the real reasons behind the decision, or do you think there's still hope for a comeback? Early life of Mark Knopfler. Mark Freuder Knopfler was born on August 12, 1949 in Glasgow, Scotland. His father, Erwin Knopfler, was a Jewish immigrant from Hungary who had fled the Nazi regime during World War II. Erwin was an architect by profession, and his journey to safety brought him to the United Kingdom, where he eventually met Louisa Mary, Mark's mother. Louisa was an English teacher who instilled in her children the importance of education and a love for literature. Mark's early years were influenced by this diverse cultural heritage and the values his parents upheld. When Mark was 7 years old, the Knopfler family moved to Newcastle upon Tyne, a city in northeast England. This move was significant for young Mark, as it marked a new chapter in his life. Newcastle, with its vibrant music scene, would later play a crucial role in shaping his musical career. Mark's early exposure to music came from his uncle Kingsley, who was a professional musician. Kingsley played harmonica and boogie-woogie piano, and his performances fascinated young Mark. Spending time with his uncle, Mark began to develop a keen interest in music. He learned to appreciate different styles and sounds, setting the foundation for his future endeavors in music. In Newcastle, Mark attended Gosforth Grammar School. His academic life was complemented by his growing passion for music. He started learning the basics of guitar, inspired by the rock and roll and blues records he listened to. The 1950s and 1960s were a time of musical revolution, and Mark was captivated by artists like Elvis Presley and Lonnie Donegan. These influences sparked his desire to play and create music, leading him to practice diligently and dream of a career as a musician. Mark's upbringing was a blend of his father's resilience and his mother's intellectual influence, along with the musical inspiration from his uncle. This combination of factors helped shape Mark Knopfler into the talented and introspective artist he would become. Formation of Dire Straits. Mark Knopfler's journey to forming Dire Straits began when he moved to London in the mid-1970s. The move was driven by his ambition to immerse himself in the vibrant music scene of the city and to pursue his dream of becoming a professional musician. In London, Mark started playing in various pub bands, honing his skills and gaining valuable experience. During this time, Mark reconnected with his younger brother, David Knopfler, who also had a passion for music. David played rhythm guitar and shared Mark's aspirations of forming a band. The two brothers began collaborating and writing songs together, laying the groundwork for what would become Dire Straits. In 1977, the Knopfler brothers joined forces with John Illsley, a bass guitarist they met through mutual connections in the music scene. John's solid bass playing and enthusiasm for the project were crucial in shaping the band's sound. The final piece of the puzzle was drummer Pick Withers, whose experience and versatility provided the rhythmical backbone the band needed. With Mark on lead guitar and vocals, David on rhythm guitar, John on bass, and Pick on drums, the group officially formed Dire Straits. The name Dire Straits was chosen to reflect the financial difficulties they were facing at the time, but it also resonated with the raw and honest music they aimed to create. The band started rehearsing in a room above a pub in Deptford, southeast London. They focused on developing a distinctive sound characterized by Mark's fingerstyle guitar playing and storytelling lyrics. Their hard work and dedication soon paid off when they recorded a demo tape, which included the song Sultans of Swing. Sultans of Swing quickly gained attention after it was played on BBC Radio London. The song's unique sound and Mark's compelling guitar work caught the ears of listeners and industry professionals alike. This initial success led to a recording contract with Phonogram Records, and the band entered the studio to record their debut album. In 1978, Dire Straits released their self-titled debut album featuring Sultans of Swing as the lead single. The album received critical acclaim and commercial success, establishing Dire Straits as a significant new force in the music world. The combination of Mark's distinctive guitar style, his evocative lyrics, and the band's tight musicianship set them apart from their contemporaries. The formation of Dire Straits in 1977 marked the beginning of a remarkable journey. The band's rise to fame was fueled by their dedication to their craft and their ability to create music that resonated with audiences around the world. From humble beginnings in London, Dire Straits would go on to become one of the most influential and successful rock bands of their time. Rise to fame. After the formation of Dire Straits and the release of their self-titled debut album in 1978, the band quickly rose to fame. The album, featuring the hit single Sultans of Swing, was a significant success, reaching the top of the charts in several countries. Sultans of Swing stood out with its distinctive guitar riff and Mark Knopfler's unique finger-picking style, capturing the attention of music fans and critics alike. This early success established Dire Straits as a fresh and innovative force in the rock music scene. Building on the momentum of their debut, Dire Straits released their second album, Communique, in 1979. The album was recorded in Nassau, Bahamas, and produced by the renowned duo Jerry Wexler and Barry Beckett. Communique continued the band's success, featuring tracks like Lady Writer that showcased their growing musical prowess and solidified their place in the rock world. The album's reception was positive, and it performed well on the charts, further cementing their reputation. In 1980, Dire Straits released Making Movies, their third album. This album marked a significant step in the band's evolution, featuring more complex arrangements and a broader range of musical styles. Produced by Jimmy Iovine and featuring keyboard contributions from Roy Bittan of the E Street Band, Making Movies included standout tracks like Tunnel of Love and Romeo and Juliet. These songs highlighted Mark Knopfler's storytelling ability and his skill in crafting memorable melodies. The album was both a critical and commercial success, expanding their fan base and showcasing their versatility. Dire Straits reached the pinnacle of their success with the release of Brothers in Arms in 1985. This album became a defining moment in their career and a landmark in rock music history. Brothers in Arms was among the early albums to heavily utilize digital recording technology, which contributed to its exceptional sound quality. The album featured several hit singles, including Money for Nothing, Walk of Life, and the title track, Brothers in Arms. Money for Nothing, known for its catchy guitar riff and satirical lyrics, is widely regarded as one of Dire Straits' most iconic songs. Its music video, featuring early computer animation and heavy rotation on MTV, played a significant role in the song's popularity. The video won the MTV Video Music Award for Best Video. Brothers in Arms received widespread critical acclaim and was a commercial success. It topped the charts in several countries and sold millions of copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling albums of all time. The album won several awards, including 2 Grammy Awards. The success of Brothers in Arms not only elevated Dire Straits to new heights, but also set new standards in music production and marketing. The impact of Dire Straits' music videos on MTV cannot be overstated. At a time when MTV was becoming a powerful force in the music industry, the band's visually engaging and innovative videos helped them reach a vast audience. The visual appeal of their videos, combined with their distinctive sound, made Dire Straits a staple on the channel and brought their music to millions of viewers. The rise to fame of Dire Straits was marked by a series of successful albums and memorable singles that resonated with audiences around the world. From the early success of their debut album to the groundbreaking achievements of Brothers in Arms, the band's journey was characterized by their musical talent, innovative approach, and ability to connect with listeners. Internal conflicts. Despite their success, Dire Straits experienced significant internal conflicts, particularly between the founding members, brothers Mark and David Knopfler. As the band's leader and primary songwriter, Mark Knopfler had a clear vision for Dire Straits' musical direction. However, this vision sometimes clashed with David's creative ideas and aspirations. The pressure of recording and touring worsened these tensions, leading to frequent disagreements. David Knopfler played rhythm guitar and contributed to the band's early sound, but he often felt overshadowed by Mark's dominant role. The growing strain between the brothers reached a breaking point during the recording of their third album, Making Movies, in 1980. The conflicts became so intense that David left the band before the album was completed. His departure marked a significant change in the band's dynamic, leaving Mark to take on even more responsibility. The internal struggles within Dire Straits were not limited to the Knopfler brothers. Over the years, other key members also left the band due to various issues, further impacting its stability and cohesion. Pick Withers, the band's original drummer, played a crucial role in shaping the early sound of Dire Straits. His jazz-influenced drumming style added a unique dimension to their music. However, by the time they were recording their fourth album, Love Over Gold, in 1982, Withers felt increasingly disappointed with the band's direction and the pressures of the music industry. He decided to leave the band in 1982 to pursue other interests and spend more time with his family. His departure was a significant loss, as his distinctive drumming had been a key element of Dire Straits' sound. Hal Lindes joined Dire Straits as a guitarist in 1980, contributing to the band's live performances and studio recordings. He played on the Love Over Gold album and was part of the extensive touring that followed its release. However, by 1985, during the recording sessions for the hugely successful Brothers in Arms album, Lindes decided to leave the band. The reasons for his departure included creative differences and the desire to pursue his own musical projects. His exit occurred during a critical period for Dire Straits, just as they were about to achieve unprecedented global success. The departures of David Knopfler, Pick Withers, and Hal Lindes were significant events in the history of Dire Straits. Each member had contributed to the band's distinctive sound and success, and their exits left a void that was challenging to fill. Despite these internal conflicts and changes in the lineup, Mark Knopfler managed to keep the band moving forward, achieving remarkable success with subsequent albums and tours. However, the internal conflicts and departures inevitably took a toll on the band's cohesion and long-term stability. The frequent changes in personnel created an atmosphere of uncertainty, and the pressures of maintaining their success added to the strain. Touring and pressure. Touring was an essential part of Dire Straits' success, allowing them to reach a global audience and build a loyal fan base. However, the relentless schedule of touring took a significant toll on the band members, both physically and mentally. The long hours on the road, frequent performances, and constant pressure to deliver high-quality shows were exhausting. This intense lifestyle contributed to the internal conflicts and strained relationships within the band. As Dire Straits became more popular, their tours became more extensive. They traveled worldwide, performing in front of massive crowds. While these tours were financially lucrative and cemented their status as rock legends, they also demanded a lot from the band members. The stress of being away from family and the lack of personal time added to the pressure. These factors often led to fatigue and burnout, further exacerbating the existing tensions within the band. By the early 1990s, the constant touring and recording had taken a severe toll on the band's dynamic. Despite their ongoing success, the members began to feel the strain of their demanding lifestyle. In 1991, Dire Straits embarked on their On Every Street tour, which would turn out to be their final major tour. The tour was massive, spanning over a year and covering numerous countries. The On Every Street tour was a critical and commercial success, but it also highlighted the growing fatigue among the band members. The exhaustive schedule and the pressure of delivering consistent performances became increasingly challenging. By the end of the tour in 1992, it was clear that the band needed a break. The members were worn out, and the strain on their personal lives was evident. After the tour, Dire Straits took a hiatus, with Mark Knopfler focusing on solo projects and other musical collaborations. During this period, the band members pursued individual interests, and there was little indication of a reunion. In 1995, Mark Knopfler officially announced the dissolution of Dire Straits. The decision to disband was influenced by the accumulated pressures of years of intense touring and recording, as well as the desire to explore new creative directions. Mark Knopfler's admission. Mark Knopfler has often spoken candidly about the intense pressure that came with being the frontman of Dire Straits. In numerous interviews, he has reflected on the overwhelming demands of the band's success. The constant touring, recording schedules, and expectation to continuously produce hit records were daunting. He mentioned that while the fame and recognition were gratifying, they also came with significant personal and professional stress. Knopfler highlighted how the pressure to maintain the band's high standards affected him. The need to deliver chart-topping albums and sold-out tours took a toll on his creativity and well-being. He felt the weight of responsibility, not just to his bandmates, but to the fans and the music industry. This pressure often left him feeling constrained and yearning for more artistic freedom. He desired the opportunity to explore different musical styles and projects without the immense expectations tied to Dire Straits. After Dire Straits disbanded in 1995, Mark Knopfler embarked on a solo career that allowed him to pursue his artistic interests more freely. He has expressed contentment with this new phase of his musical journey. As a solo artist, Knopfler could experiment with various genres, collaborate with other musicians, and create music at his own pace. This freedom was something he had longed for during his time with Dire Straits. In his solo career, Knopfler has released several albums that showcase his versatility as a musician and songwriter. He has explored everything from folk and blues to country and traditional music. This period has been marked by a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. He has often stated that he enjoys the creative process more without the commercial pressures that accompany Dire Straits. Knopfler's solo work has been well received by both critics and fans, affirming his decision to pursue a path that prioritizes artistic expression over mainstream success. He continues to tour, albeit on a less intense schedule than during his Dire Straits days, allowing him to maintain a healthier work-life balance. This balance has brought him personal happiness and sustained his passion for making music. What the other band members say. John Illsley has been quite vocal about the band's legacy and the reasons why a reunion is unlikely. In interviews, Illsley has mentioned that while he cherishes the memories and achievements of Dire Straits, he feels that the band ended on a high note. He believes that a reunion might not capture the magic of their peak years and could risk tarnishing the band's reputation. Illsley has pointed out that the dynamics within the band have changed significantly since their heyday. Members have moved on to different phases in their lives, with some pursuing solo careers and others retiring from the music scene. Reuniting would require not just logistical coordination, but also rekindling chemistry that was unique to that specific time. Other former members like drummer Pick Withers and guitarist Hal Lindis share similar sentiments. They recognize the immense pressure that would come with a reunion, especially in meeting fan expectations. The fear is that they might not be able to deliver the same level of performance and energy that made Dire Straits famous in the first place. One of the primary concerns among the band members is the high expectations of fans. Dire Straits' music holds a special place in the hearts of many, and any reunion would inevitably be measured against their past successes. John Illsley has expressed worries that a reunion might disappoint fans if the band fails to live up to the legendary status they once held. The fear of not being able to recreate the same level of excellence is a significant deterrent. There's also a strong desire to preserve the band's legacy. Dire Straits achieved monumental success with albums like Brothers in Arms and iconic songs such as Sultans of Swing and Money for Nothing. The band members are proud of what they accomplished and feel that the best way to honor that legacy is to leave it untarnished. A reunion that doesn't match their past performances could potentially dilute the impact of their contributions to music. Illsley and others also understand that the music industry has evolved since Dire Straits' peak years. The audience's tastes and expectations have shifted, and there's a recognition that trying to fit into today's music scene might not be the best move. They prefer to remember and celebrate the band as it was rather than attempt to adapt to the current landscape. Where are the members today? Mark Knopfler. Mark Knopfler has continued to make a significant impact in the music world after Dire Straits disbanded. Following the end of the band in 1995, Knopfler focused on his solo career, which has been both successful and fulfilling. Knopfler's solo career took off with his debut album Golden Heart, released in 1996. The album was well received and marked a new chapter in his musical journey. Over the years, Knopfler has released several solo albums, including Sailing to Philadelphia 2000, The Ragpicker's Dream 2002, and Kill to Get Crimson 2007. His solo work has been noted for its storytelling, intricate guitar work, and blend of various musical influences. In addition to his solo albums, Knopfler has worked on film scores and collaborations with other artists. His ability to craft compelling narratives through music has continued to earn him praise from both fans and critics. Albums like Get Lucky, 2009, and Tracker, 2015, have further solidified his reputation as a talented and innovative musician. Knopfler's solo work has garnered multiple awards and nominations, highlighting his continued influence and success in the music industry. His concerts are known for their high quality, featuring a mix of his solo material and classic Dire Straits songs. Reflecting on his journey since leaving Dire Straits, Knopfler has spoken about the freedom and creativity he has enjoyed in his solo career. He has mentioned that working outside the constraints of a band has allowed him to explore different styles and themes in his music. This period has been one of personal and artistic growth for him. Knopfler has expressed contentment with his solo career and the direction it has taken. He values the artistic freedom he has as a solo artist, which contrasts with the pressures and expectations that come with being in a famous band like Dire Straits. His reflections often highlight a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction with his achievements and the path he has chosen. John Illsley. John Illsley, the bassist from Dire Straits, has continued to lead a creative life after the band's dissolution. His journey has involved both music and visual art, reflecting his varied interests and talents. After Dire Straits disbanded in 1995, John Illsley didn't step away from music. He launched his solo career and released several albums. His solo work includes Not a Drill, 1998, and Long Shadows, 2010. His music has shown his ability to blend rock with other genres, maintaining the depth and richness that fans of Dire Straits appreciated. Illsley's solo albums often reflect personal experiences and insights. While his solo work might not have reached the same heights as Dire Straits, it has been well received by his fans and showcases his skill as a musician and songwriter. In addition to his music career, Illsley has developed a passion for painting. He took up painting as a hobby and eventually turned it into a serious pursuit. His artworks often feature landscapes and abstract themes. Illsley has exhibited his paintings in galleries, and his work has been appreciated for its emotional depth and visual appeal. His dual focus on music and painting highlights his versatility and creativity. Whether through his music or his visual art, Illsley has continued to explore and express his artistic vision. John Illsley's life after Dire Straits has been marked by a commitment to both music and painting. His efforts in these areas demonstrate his ongoing creativity and passion for the arts. David Knopfler. David Knopfler has followed his own path in the music industry and beyond since the band disbanded. After leaving Dire Straits, David Knopfler embarked on a solo music career. His first solo album, Release, 1983, came out shortly after Dire Straits' initial success. His music has always reflected a thoughtful and introspective style, blending folk, rock, and other genres. Over the years, he has released several more albums, including Cut the Wire, 1985, The Giver, 1987, and Sister's Keeper, 1990. David's solo work often features rich storytelling and emotional depth. While he hasn't achieved the same level of fame as his brother, his music has been appreciated by a dedicated group of fans who enjoy his unique sound and lyrical content. Beyond music, David Knopfler has engaged in various creative activities. He has shown an interest in writing and has contributed to several books and publications. His creative pursuits extend to different forms of art, reflecting his broad artistic interests. David's career choices highlight his desire to explore and express his creativity in multiple ways. His work after Dire Straits has allowed him to pursue his passions on his own terms, contributing to his ongoing artistic journey. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In April 2018, Dire Straits was honored with induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This recognition was a significant acknowledgement of the band's contributions to music. The Hall of Fame celebrates artists who have made a lasting impact on rock and roll, and Dire Straits was recognized for its innovative sound and influential music. Being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is not just an award, it represents a legacy of musical excellence. For Dire Straits, it was a testament to their successful career and the enduring appeal of their music. It highlighted their role in shaping the rock genre and underscored the lasting value of their work, from their memorable songs to their unique style. The induction ceremony brought attention to their achievements and celebrated their influence on both fans and other musicians. It marked a moment of reflection on their impact and a celebration of their contributions to rock and roll history. Mark Knopfler's candid admission on why Dire Straits will never reunite reveals the deeply personal and creative reasons behind the decision. At 74, Knopfler's focus has shifted towards his solo career and his quest for artistic freedom. What are your thoughts on the end of Dire Straits? Do you think there's still a chance for a future reunion? Share your opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new content. We have many more captivating stories about your favorite artists and bands coming your way. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know which music legends you'd like us to cover next.